at Freq Shop in Montreal, Canada, and we have access to a bunch of preamps, analog preamps, and the idea is that we're going to capture them with the Nano Cortex, so we can use them kind of in the future for some, I guess, more creative, ampless guitar tones, which is something that I kind of have not had too much experience with, but we wanted to try it. And then we can use it as outboard gear if we want to send things through the Nano Cortex. Joseph's happy about that. We were kind of thinking that these could be really cool to put with like an IR. So it'd be just guitar, preamp, and then an IR for some weirder guitar tones. I've seen Pliny do that, not with preamps, but with like an overdrive, where he'll go overdrive into an IR, and that's the whole tone. He's not even using an amp. So I was thinking we could do something similar.
Yeah, I think what will probably happen is each of these preamps we're going to capture sort of clean and then really saturated with, because all these preamps, if you're not familiar with preamps outside an interface, like these analog preamps, there's gain and output. So I'll probably do one with a really high gain, really saturated, and a lower output, and one with a really low gain, really clean, higher output. That way we can get a lot of sauce and then not too much sauce.
Because I think the plan is that we're going to also use these for things outside of guitar.
Yeah, so that's why I want to do a saturated one and a clean one, because even though we're going to check it with guitar right now, because we're kind of doing the traditional capture process, if I have a cooked capture of a Neve preamp as a capture, I could route a snare into it with the with the DAW as an insert. Okay, that's really loud. Let's bring this back down.
So this is the first preamp that we're capturing.
Yeah, and I'm still kind of figuring out what we're doing in the first place, but the way we do this, once I do it once, I'm going to do it the same for all the preamps. So, so there's a bit of a method to my madness.
Can I hear that with a cab?
It's kind of farty, I like it.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
It's very like not guitar tones.
Okay, so the capture just finished, so I'm just going to do a quick A-B.
Sounds the same.
Yeah, it sounds the same.
That's
okay.
cool.
Hell yeah, that's great. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Okay, let's do the dirty one. And then Josh will do the next one. Okay, so this is clean. So let's cook it. Oh boy. That's crazy. With the cab, it sounds like this. I think I just want to capture that. That sounds great.
Yeah, so this is going to be a much cleaner guitar tone or preamp tone. We're cooking it. We have it set pretty hot, but it's still not really distorting in a way. So this is going to be more of like if we want a clean preamp tone.
Yeah, or like a soft saturation. Because I'm sure if I put a snare through this, it would soften the transient, but not in a way that it would destroy the source sound.
Yeah, so this is going to be very different than the first preamp that we captured.
Yeah, the other preamp was really, really scroogey.
Yeah, so we'll have some like good guitar examples where you can hear everything exactly, but this is kind of what it sounds like right now. So even if I dig in, it's not really distorting.
Yeah.
But it sounds cool. So
that's a really clean preamp.
Yeah, so if you guys want these, they will be available for free.
Capture's done. This one sounds the same. right, let's do the Mk.gee channel. I feel like that is the move. This one's really bright.
That's cool. I feel like we don't have a super bright one yet.
No.
That's crazy.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Should do that.
Oh, it sounds like an app.
That's crazy sick.
All right. We made the captures happen, and now we're in the hot seat. Everything's plugged in. We have a lot of stuff recording at the same time, so we're gonna make this happen. We ended up doing 5, 6, 7. We did 7 captures of these preamps. A couple of them we have clean and cooked, and a couple of them that were a bit more transparent. We just have them like hot enough to affect a signal. Everything that you're going to be hearing from now on is directly from the Nano Cortex. So these are the captures that you will be able to download. And we're just going to make some guitar tones. And then later in the video, we're going to use this as a piece of outboard gear, and I'll run a snare through it, and it'll be all sick. What do you got going on?
I'm definitely excited for the more cooked, like distorted tones.
Oh yeah.
I love weird guitar into board tones, and I don't do it enough, so it's kind of cool to be able to try these, and the ones that we just captured. So
Cool. So let's get into it. What are you playing right now?
This is the Abasi ME8, and then I'm gonna be probably switching between a few of these different pickups, just depending on what I'm feeling like playing. Probably a lot of single coil stuff, because I feel like that works really well with this type of thing.
Absolutely.
Maybe some Mk.gee style tones, maybe some other stuff.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get started with the first preamp that we captured. This is an Aurora GTQ2 Mark III. It's sort of a Neve-y type of deal.
Right now we have just the direct capture. And something that I like to do a lot is, for my really reverbed out ambient tones, it can be cool to have a guitar without a cab. So I think this is kind of the perfect tone to do that. So in Logic, we're going to add reverb and delay, maybe some compression, and kind of build an ambient guitar tone.
Very cool. So I'm just gonna pull up Mateus Asado and only use the reverb and delay portion. So that's probably pretty sick. I think I'm just gonna add a little compressor, so it's kind of. Do you want to know what it would? Do you want to see what it would be like if we used it? If we put a cab through it?
Yeah.
We should just turn on the. I'm just gonna turn on the Mateus cab section, I guess.
Yeah. So right now this is without a cab.
Yeah. Notice the kind of DI almost really acoustic character. That's the thing. But because it's through a preamp, we're getting a little hair. So if you want to hit it with the back pickup again. Yeah, so it's definitely an interesting character. Very not usual guitar. It's very affected, very like guitar straight into the tape deck sort of sound. But here, let me turn on the cab. So if you hit it back with the bridge pickup again, you'll see. If you pick hard, maybe? Very cool. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel good.
Hell yeah. Do you wanna okay, so real quick, let's just put I'm gonna turn off the cab section. And I'm gonna put the same preamp, but the sort of cooked version that we have.
Okay. So this one definitely has more of that high-end sizzle.
It's cooked. It's very yeah, there we go. Yeah, it sounds like the guitar tone is breaking.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we're going for right now. It's almost fuzzy.
So maybe I want to try this with the cab.
Yeah, I
doing
got you.
The same thing. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, we're definitely getting some sort of natural compression happening from these preamps being like overloaded. All right, let's do a Mk.gee thing.
Maybe more like a slapback delay.
So no cab. Let's start with the slapback. I'm gonna get that with a different plugin.
Yeah.
Let's get the chorus going.
That was the most Mk.gee thing ever.
Yeah, that's true.
That is super sick.
Hell yeah.
That's fun.
That's awesome.
So we switched places.
We switch places, and then we're gonna check out another one.
Yeah. So okay, that was the GTQ2
Yes.
cooked.
Yes. So the other one that has a lot of character is the TG channel.
Yeah. Okay.
So is that clean?
This is the clean one.
Okay. So this is clean.
So this is by itself, no other processing.
It's a little hair.
Yeah.
Just a little hair.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're gonna turn this guy on.
Yeah, please. Oops.
It's interesting. It's like a very non-amp guitar tone, but cool.
Yeah, it's almost giving me the
Yes.
the Prince.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, like that straight into the DI. Corey Wong, move over. Give me that ambience from the Asado.
That sounds sick.
Oh yeah, we're swinging now.
So this is everything the same except now we are adding a cab.
It's a lot warmer, obviously.
Sounds nice. Okay, here is the TG cooked. That's cooked.
You're cooked. Right? It's perfect for that.
Cursed rib.
You know, we should, instead of a sped up version of our songs, we should release a version of the song where every tone is like clipped. Woo!
I think by itself, it's a little hard for me to know how to use that.
Well, by itself, very transitional, very effecty, very break the flow of the song if we're talking about creative stuff. That's actually good, as is. You know, I could maybe do like a little Cransty.
That's really cool. I wonder if you can get like that really smooth lead tone with this.
With the overdrive? I think you would have to do overdrive 2 and then mess with the cuts, I think.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, man. Okay, let me pretend to be Mk.gee now. I want my turn.
So we got some slapback going. We got chorus. I'll turn off the reverb for now.
We're just vibing.
Oh wait.
Very cool.
So,
Hell yeah. Awesome. That sounds great. Now we're looking at a session of a song that me and Josh put up on Instagram a little while ago. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to use the Nano as a piece of outboard gear. We're going to be patching it into some channels in the same way that you would route into a preamp and back out of a preamp, sort of, digital I/O, digital to analog, in order to saturate a snare, for example, using a preamp. But because we have a capture of this preamp, we're going to do it on the Nano Cortex. Okay, so we're going to start with something just quite hot, just to make sure that you kind of understand the effect of what we're doing. We're going to start with the GTQ2 cooked. However, it's going to be a bit of an intense effect. It might not be what you want all the time. So this is the snare by itself. And now I have this I/O plugin, and we're routing, to the appropriate outputs and inputs, and we're going to shoot that through into the capture of that GTQ2. So obviously it's very intense right now.
that's a sound.
It's a sound, but that's sort of the intended effect. Now, if I sort of scroll through some captures with this snare, you'll see sort of the effect that I'm talking about. If we do the TG channel clean, you'll hear what I'm talking about. So again, here's just the snare, and then here's through the Mk.gee preamp. See, that's quite pleasant to me. It's still very intense, but you're saturating the snare right now. Let's check out the TG hot. Sorry, the cooked. So clean and cooked. So it's cool. So let's play the whole drum set. Clean. No, I think the TG clean sounds pretty good on this mix, actually. Let me play the whole mix. Here's off. And then here's on.
A lot brighter.
Yeah, there's a lot more high-end excitement. I would probably do some further processing to kind of get that to work better in the mix, because it's a bit loud now. But it's a way to get a sound. You know what I'm saying? Let's kind of play with something with a bit more energy, maybe, like the bass guitar, so I can start playing with the other captures. Everybody's got to notice right now that all the clean preamps are going to be really subtle because the ones that are really saturating are adding a lot of character, while the preamps are quite literally as clean as analog gear could provide. Obviously, your Focusrite preamp is going to be cleaner than an API preamp, but that is the nature of the game.
I'm really interested to hearing this on like a synth. I personally, that's where I would use this stuff because I like adding a bunch of character to synths.
Let's do it. I think I have a synth somewhere. We're gonna hear a little bit more.
I could totally imagine that being doubled with a guitar and working well.
That's absolutely, like the fuzzy synth and guitar thing.
Yeah. This is really cool. I'm kind of excited to go home with these captures and play a bunch of guitar through them in weird ways. I am interested in trying the thing that you were talking about, where you put this in front of your amp as like a DI enhancer type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I would use the API for, like the really clean captures.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. Yeah. So I'm probably going to do that.
That's the sort of thing when you describe your tone to someone, you're just like, oh yeah, man, I got a capture of an API, and then I hit the distortion pedal, and then I hit the amp. But that's what it's all about.
Yeah. So we have a band called Portraits.
That's right.
And you could check us out on social media, YouTube, all that good stuff. My Instagram is @JoshDela.
And my name is Joseph Anjar. I'm also in Portraits. We're in Portraits together. And my Instagram is @Joseph_is_rad. See you guys soon.
Bye.